Esports, or electronic sports, is multiplayer gaming played competitively in front of spectators. The best players travel the world in teams, competing for a large cash prize, often shared amongst the team. The International 2019 Dota 2 tournament had a prize pool of over $30 million, and the top team got to split $15 million of that. You say to yourself, but that's for the best pro players in the world. I can't compete with that. I'm a casual gamer. Well, how do you know? Have you even tried? Stream. Pick a game, a streaming platform you like, and just go for it. Twitch, Mixer, DLive, and YouTube all have the capability of bringing your gameplay to the masses. It's a great way to share who you are, build a community, while making friends from around the world. Practice makes excellent. Some use aim trainers, but nothing beats pouring hours upon hours into your chosen game to get better. Tips and tricks videos can help. They can give you ideas and new strategies that you can try out to improve your gameplay. Watch players that are better than you. You can learn so much by watching some of the best. So you want to prove your mettle and beat your competition into the ground with a massive, but you don't know where to find worthy competitors? There are plenty of ongoing tournaments that you can sign up for right now. These websites have hundreds of weekly and monthly tournaments that you and your team can compete in for small cash prizes, anywhere from $50 to $1,000. That is up to you. Depends on what's more comfortable for you. Controller or mouse and a keyboard. It all depends on what you're comfortable with and your play style. If you'd like to explore this further, there are tons of videos out there debating this very topic. Consoles run at about $260 to $500 each. When the next gen comes out, you know they're going to be at the top price point. Which console's right for you? It's a personal preference. How about a gaming PC? Well, starting out, most gaming PCs can run at about $500 just at the beginning, but can go anywhere up to $7,000 if it's a custom build. Or it can run you up to $50,000, depending on what you want to put in there, but it's up to you. If you have the knowledge, consider building your own gaming rig. You can save money doing that, depending on what your budget is and how deep the pockets are. You can find sales and deals on places, of course, like Amazon, eBay, or websites that build gaming computers like Cybertron PC. This is not a sponsored video, that's just the one that I use. Whether playing competitively or just casually, don't let the rage control you. There are ways to fight tilt. Gaming is a career, and like any career, it takes hours of practice, research, and strategy. But remember, it's called a game for a reason, so enjoy the process, and most of all, have fun. Because if you have fun working, then the work really isn't that hard. I'm a random person they found on the street to do this video. Thanks for watching.
Hello, my name is Markius Scales, and in this video we're going to discuss the evolution of esports and how that journey looks today. Esports is a growing community, And with the continuous introduction of new technology, we are seeing the community evolve right before our eyes. From basic home consoles to arcades and family entertainment centers, the gaming community has grown into an ecosystem filled with enhanced engagement that rivals modern-day entertainment. Thanks to platforms like the NLBC, House of Chaos, and even Combat Coliseum for the online fighting game communities, then over to the shooting game communities like ESL or CSGO. The list goes on and on for online content. Now, with the introduction of augmented and virtual reality, the esports community is experiencing a leap in the evolutionary ladder that puts the platform in the forefront for becoming one of the main sources for engaging and entertaining experiences. Be on the lookout for platforms like ESL VR League and the Huddle AR Dodgeball League. As the esports community continues to evolve, I believe you will see a large growth in the mixed reality community as well. This only equals to more content coming from the esports community as a whole. This is Markius Scales saying thank you and signing off.
Hey guys, this is Jeikostate here, and if you don't know me, let me tell you, I'm from Santiago, Chile. I currently live in Jaco, Costa Rica. I work as influencer and streamer for video games, and I also create and develop esport activities for my whole community. But we're here right now to talk about something important, and that's how things have been changing for the people who work on the video game and esport industry with this crazy pandemic. So let's get right into it. We all know things have changed. People who work in the industry developing massive on-site events are trying to figure it out how to adapt. For example, TwitchCon Amsterdam 2020 have been cancelled and many other big events. Number 1, look for brands, companies, or even esport teams that had to cancel their on-site events. Contact them and offer them your services. If you're a pro gamer, you can try to make some tutorials or develop some esport tournaments for your community. That's up to your skill and experience. Number 2, don't be scared of the competition, because collaboration is the key to grow. Try to reach other gamers or streamers to create content together. For example, create talk show with you and 3 other friends. Combine this with a giveaway and you might be able to open your audience to new public. Other important point for everyone who's trying to develop their career on the esport or gaming industry is to identify your objectives. You want to be a big streamer, of course you need to take care of everything around your channel and try to come up with a plan. Also, something very important is for you to analyze your weak and strong areas. Knowing this will be very helpful for you to know where you can fit better in the industry. For example, you probably enjoy doing streams, but if you don't feel that you have the personality or the will to stream every day to become a full-time streamer, probably it's not going to work out that well for you. It's the same as if you dream about becoming a pro gamer, but you don't have enough time to train or practice. That doesn't mean it's the end of your dreams. You can still develop a career by doing other things. So what are the things? In my 9 years working on eSport, I came across a lot of people who start their career by doing some YouTube videos or just stream casually and then jump on other areas where now they're working full time. I want to give you 3 examples of areas that you can develop your eSport career that are not focused on streaming or just playing. Number 1. Graphic designer or video editor. We all know that we need graphics for esport tournaments, for our own channels, for esport teams, you name it. There's always going to be demand for this kind of work. Number 2. If you're a very organized person with good writing skills, you can try to start working as a community manager by developing strategies or plan publication calendars. And number 3. Maybe you're a more business-oriented person and want to become a manager and develop your own esport team, from creating a name, website, and social media presence to recruit a coach and players. this might be a good option. Well guys, I hope you find this video helpful, and remember to never stop chasing your dreams. At the end, you never know when things work out. It's all about trying, and if you fall, just get up, analyze your mistakes, and keep trying. I'm Jeikostate, and I see you on the next one.
Hey, I'm Husks. I'm an artist, composer, and producer. I'm sitting in my home studio in Brooklyn, New York, where I do all of my work creating songs for my artist projects, as well as composing themes for video games and film and TV. I mean, one of the video games that comes to mind to me when I think about how music can affect the experience of playing the game is Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. And that's still, to this day, my favorite game. I remember playing that when I was 7 or 8 years old, and I still come back to it because the music in it is so powerful and it's so beautiful, and it really creates the experience of playing the game. And deepens it, and so whenever I hear that music, whenever I go back and play that game, it's just instant nostalgia for me. And it's something that I think is really cool to think about because it can extend the life cycle of your game beyond just being the next hot thing. It can be something that's in people's lives for years. One of the things I really like to do is collaborate with people on my music that wouldn't normally be a part of the musical process, and so that includes esports tournaments and video game creators, bringing them in and figuring out how do we make the best sound for this experience. And so as a composer, so if you're somebody who is looking to get into composing for a video game or creating music for an esports tournament, or just having your music put into a soundtrack as an artist, I definitely recommend reaching out to Gorilla with a Pen because they're going to take care of you, and they're going to help you get your music into the right places. And so thinking about this from the perspective of an esports creator, your first challenge is finding the right music, of course. But once you've found that music, understanding whether you can use it legally or not is another challenge in itself. And so if you can't afford to go to a music publisher and license one of the major label songs that might be really popular at the time, one of the things that you can do, and a great resource that you can reach out for, is using royalty-free sites where you can use music without a license for free at no cost to you. And there's a lot of high-quality stuff out there. You can also use websites like artlist.io where you can go and find music by artists that's really high quality, really great, and you can license it for a pretty low cost for a multitude of uses. And by doing that, you're also helping independent artists keep their careers going and put food on their table. And so I highly recommend reaching out to those kind of websites to find music that you can use that's going to fit within your budget but also sound really, really great when you're streaming. So I think video games are in a place now where they're driving culture, and that's a really, really cool place to be because now when you're thinking about picking songs for the soundtrack, you're not only thinking about how do I connect to my audience, how do I draw in new audience members to play my video game, who I might not be able to reach otherwise, but also you're thinking about how do I drive conversations in the larger cultural landscape. And so I think it's really cool to be able to think about what songs am I going to bring into this soundtrack. They're going to be powerful, they're going to be conversation starting, and that are also going to create a deeper connection with the existing fans that I have who are playing the games, or the diehard fans, but also new fans who might be drawn in because they just want to listen to the song and play the game.